You have just 60 days left to make your decision. If you own crypto and you pay taxes in the United States, this really is your final chance. Your final chance to make some decisions before new laws go into effect on January 1st, 2025. Today is November 1st, 2024, which gives you a good 60 days left to make the decisions you need to make. This is actually a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to bring your crypto holdings and your tax records up to date with the US government. I know several people that have shared with me that they're behind in taxes, or they haven't been reporting, or perhaps they even think wildly that they'll never find out. Don't believe any of that. If you bought cryptos on any exchange, especially a US exchange, even if they don't figure it out now, there are thousands of new IRS agents coming online, and they're starting to use AI profiling. So look, if they find out later this year, or they find out 5 or 10 years from now, you'll still owe the money. So here's the chance that you have right now. So let me explain. And I'm also going to give you some free resources that you can use, and also some paid options. So stay till the end so that you'll get everything you need to make sure that you're on the right side of the law while you still can. So I see this opportunity for US taxpayers, whether you live in the United States or you live overseas. If you still pay taxes in the United States, you are still required to report all of your crypto transactions, particularly the crypto sales. And every sale or every swap from one crypto to another, whether it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, or some other crypto, must be reported. So you're really not exempt from any of this, even if you live in a foreign country, but you're still a US citizen. So I have a few notes here because I want to make sure that you get all the data that you need. So again, you have 60 days until January 1st. On January 1st, new laws take place, and US exchanges will also have new policies that they need to follow. If you own stocks, you probably are familiar with a 1099. Well, that's what's going to happen now in the crypto space. Starting January 1st, all transactions will then be reported to the IRS, and they'll be reported through a 1099 form. And a 1099 is, again, used for interest from a bank. It's used for gains from stocks and bonds. Well, it's also going to be used for gains from crypto. The new form is called the 1099-DA, standing for digital assets. So that'll be a new form that you'll get to file with your taxes starting in the next tax year. But what makes these next 60 days so important is that you have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to sort of fix the problems that you may have created. For example, if you haven't been reporting properly, or if you've been using different methods such as last in, first out, first in, first out. If for those of you who have been filing taxes or have worked with capital gains before, you probably understand these terms: LIFO, FIFO, and there's others. The new laws starting on January 1st require FIFO. And on top of that, they look to do FIFO per account. So for example, if you have cryptos at Coinbase and cryptos at Kraken, they want you to account for those separately. So if you buy something at Coinbase, they look for you to sell it there. Now, you don't have to do that, but by default, that's how these 1099 forms will look. And there's enough nuance that I can't go into all the details in this video. But there's something very special over these next 60 days, and it's called a transition relief. It's also known as a safe harbor. That's a term used in legal jargon. What basically means you have a chance to make up for lost time and to recategorize, reallocate what's going on. So I want to give you a free resource. The free resource is from a great company called Crypto Tax Audit. They are crypto experts, and they're also was founded and run by a friend of mine, Clinton Donnelly. And Clinton and his team have been my crypto tax accountants and really strategy folks to help me do the right thing for many, many years. So I recommend them. One of the things they just released was a great free resource that helps you understand how this affects you. So if you want to find out for free what's going on and to make your election, go to the website cryptotaxaudit.com/1099. And that's just spelled in numbers, 1099. So again, cryptotaxaudit.com/1099. And you'll see a great page that explains what's going on and then access to free resources. Now, Clinton's team is also a great resource if you're already in trouble. So honestly, this is an area where they've helped me in the past where I was behind in my crypto filings. And they helped me come into, come into the right side of the law. So Clinton and his team are really great at this. They understand crypto in and out. So they are a great resource. If you go to them, please let them know that Mark from the Bitcoin Tutor sent them your way. I'm sure he'd love to know that we're talking about him. So a couple other things that you can do before the end of the year. One, make sure that you regularly snapshot all your transactions from all the exchanges. So if you're using Coinbase, Kraken, or some other Binance, some other exchange, I recommend if you're an active trader, every month snapshot all your transactions and download them. And if you're not active, quarterly is probably enough. Well, now why do that? Well, we've seen a lot of exchanges disappear over the last 10 years, from Mt. Gox to Cryptsy to most recently FTX. So it became very difficult for traders to prove what transactions they performed or didn't perform. So the IRS says it's your responsibility, not the exchange. You can't go and say, well, they went out of business and I couldn't get my records. They'll say, well, haven't you been downloading them? And you might say no, but hopefully you say yes. So this is your responsibility. You know, we're in the age of being your own bank with crypto, with taking real responsibility. So take responsibility for the logs. Take responsibility for these transactions. So very important. And then obviously on January 1st, get a clean slate. So on January 1st, get the final transaction records and take a snapshot, meaning record in detail every crypto you own and every place it is, because this will be your new starting point for the new law, for the new first in, first out transactions. So if you've been, especially in crypto for a long time, this is very, very important. Catch up with all your transaction logs, and then on January 1st, take a snapshot. You know, you own this many Bitcoin and this many Ethereum, even if it's just a fractional amount. It all matters because these cryptos are going probably to the moon. So even a tenth of something is important to track. And again, as I said at the beginning, don't assume that they won't find you if you say, well, it's only a little and they won't know that I bought it. You know, for me, I'd rather pay a little tax than be behind bars. So really follow the law. That's my recommendation. I mean, you do you, but I recommend following the law and keeping your freedom. Freedom's critically important, and that's where you want to be. So a couple of other things before we close. Let's see, I have my notes because I don't want to miss anything, because this is the once in a lifetime opportunity. So again, go get your free resource at cryptotaxaudit.com/1099, which is the 1099 form. And for those who haven't heard of that before, again, that's just the form that you need to submit with your taxes to show the IRS that you earned capital gains or some other form of income other than wage income. And don't be fooled. These exchanges are reporting directly to the IRS starting January 1st. So there'll be no more hiding out if you have. And hopefully you haven't. Hopefully you've been above board and paying your share of the taxes. So that's it for today. I wish you well in this final 2 months of the year. We're getting ready for something very exciting in crypto in 2025. especially as we move past the US election and move into the next phase of the crypto bull market. So stay tuned to the Bitcoin Tutors, subscribe, like, share, and especially share it with folks who are US taxpayers who really need or might benefit, let's say, from this information. Again, it's free information. And again, Clinton and his team offer paid services as well, some of the best in the industry. Okay, have a great day and go crypto.